This is your one and only FireSpark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a V Rising server using Gportal. Let's get to it. So the first thing you're going to need to do is set up an account. Once you set up an account, you should see a screen that looks similar to this. What you want to do is either click up here or click here to rent a server. Then you want to scroll down a little bit and you are going to click in this box to make it easy for you and just type V Rising. Once you type it in, you should see it right here. You're going to click order now. The next screen you will see is one that looks like this, showing you your different slot options and prices. You can see for 30 days, a 10 slot server is going to cost you $14. 30 days, 40 slots, $33, 90 days, 10 slots, $37. And if you don't like any of these options, you can create your own configuration. So we're just going to click that, and that will present you with a screen that looks like this. Here you can pick your different slots. You can pick how many days you want it. You can just do a trial of 3 days. But of course, when you get up into the bigger numbers, the 90 days, 180 days, 365 days, you do get a discount. By the way, you can also get a discount on your server if you use my link down in the description. Gportal is a full-time sponsor for this channel. They sponsor every one of my servers. So if you use that link down in the description, not only do you get a discount, you also help me out as well. Anyway, so you select your slots, however many slots you want, pick from the numbers that you see here, select what days you want, select your available locations. You want to pick the closest one of these you have to you. That way your ping is nice and low, and then you click continue. It's going to take you through the registration if you haven't registered already, and then your payment method. Now, after you do all that, that should take you to your server settings screen. If it does not, you should have an option right here that says my servers. Just click that. Then if you have a bunch of different servers, which I would imagine if you're watching this video, you probably do not have a bunch of different servers, so you will only see a single tile here. Then what we're going to do is click the little wrench button. That is going to take us to our server settings. So now I'm going to walk you through some of the basic settings for setting up your server. So it should default to the Gloomrot branch. If you want to change that for whatever reason, you can click it there. There are also settings presets. So you can see here, we have all these different settings presets to choose from. So if you want a PvP server, you have your PvP options. If you want a PvE server, you have your different PvE options, and these will just give you a good starting point, and then you can go through and customize your different settings. Do note that any of these ones that say level whatever PvE and PvP are going to start you off with a bunch of gear and have beaten the V-Blood bosses up until you get to that level. So for example, if you start at level 80, you will have beaten pretty much all of the different V-Blood bosses there are, and you will have top level gear. We are just going to click the standard PvE, and then we are going to click apply full. If you click apply different, it's only going to apply the settings that differ from this base setting to what you have. But we want to get a fresh start here because it's a fresh server. So we're just going to click apply full. It's going to ask you if you're sure, just tell it yes. It's going to tell you that your settings have been applied. I always click save. It should have saved them, but I get in the habit of clicking save. So just click save just to ensure that everything is saved and good to go. Next, here's where you name your server. So if you want people to be able to search a specific name in the server list, you would name it there. This is where you put your server description. If you want to describe what your server is, something like that. If you want your server to be password protected, this is where you put your password. Here's where you adjust on how many new users can join. So you can use this to limit the amount of people so that you always have free slots available. If you want to admin yourself on the server so that you can use admin commands, you will import your Steam 64 ID right here and then click add admin, and that will add you to the admin list. And then when you get into the game, you can hit the tilde key and then type in admin auth, and that will allow you to use admin commands on your server. So now let's talk about some of the features that I know a lot of people are going to want to know about and are going to want to tweak on their server. Gportal has this super handy feature here that allows you to search the server settings for specific things, which which makes it easy to change these things. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is to allow people to teleport with items. So just type in tel and you can see there, teleport bloodbound items. Now this one's a little bit confusing because it's turned on and you would think that that allows you to actually teleport, but that's not the case. When this is on, it stops you from teleporting with bloodbound items. So we just click that and we turn that off, and now you can teleport with anything in your inventory as it should be. Stopping you from using the teleporters when you have stuff in your inventory is just a really dumb mechanic. The next thing I'm going to show you how to do is to increase the gather rates on stuff. So you want to type in material, and the material yield modifier underscore global will adjust how much materials you gather from, as it shows here, stuff like trees. This also affects the different nodes. So for example, iron and copper and stuff like that. So you can change this to increase how much you gather from that stuff and reduce the amount of grind on your server. So you could do something like 4 times. The next one is how many castle hearts each person gets. So this is how many different base areas you are allowed to claim on the map, because now it's based on specific chunks of the map that you actually get to claim in order to put down a base. So that is castle limit. And you can see that the default is 2. So you can change that to however many number of hearts you want to allow people to have. Another one that's really handy is the blood essence. So this is your castle blood essence drain modifier. So if you want to shorten that or extend that, this is how long that the blood essence is going to last inside your castle heart. So if you want to allow people to be offline longer with less blood in their castle heart, you could do something like 0.5. That'll give them twice as long as the default. The other one is the blood essence yield modifier. This is how many blood essences drop from the different targets. So you can increase that as well, or decrease it if you want to. Now, another one is drain, and that brings up the blood drain modifier. This is one that I like to change. You can see here, it modifies how fast a player's blood drains. So when you get that nice juicy 100 blood unit and you don't want it to drain nearly as fast, I always put that at half on my server because default seems to drain a little too fast for me, and you want people to enjoy their blood that they have when they find that nice level 100 creature or something like that. And you can also see here, we also get the durability drain modifier. So this is really handy because this can actually allow you to just turn that off completely. If you put 0.0 here, you will turn off all durability in the game. Now, another one you may want to search for is tile. This is the tile limits for the castle at each level of heart. So for those of you out there who like to build a lot, or maybe you just want people to have the max tile limit at Castle Heart 1, you can go through and change that. You can see here the max for all of those is 500. The next thing I advise checking out is rate. This is going to bring up the craft rate modifier and the refinement rate modifier. I would just max these out because ain't nobody got 20 hours to sit around and wait for that 3000 iron that you have in your smelter to turn to iron ingots. So here is where you can change that. You can also change how fast servants convert as well. Now do note that the max on all of these is 10. So the higher you put this, the faster it's going to go. If you set this to 10, that means stuff will refine as fast as the game can allow it to refine. Now the last one that I find really interesting that kind of gets overlooked and is just fun if you're running a PvE server possibly, or even a PvP server if you want to get all wily, is mission. So this brings up the drop table modifier for missions. What this does is when you send a servant out, this is the multiplier for how much resources they bring back. So for PvP, you may want to lower this. For PvE, you may want to increase it. So it goes the way you think it goes. It's a multiplier. So 2.0 is going to double the amount of resources a servant brings back from a location. At 0.5, it's going to have those resources that they bring back from a location when they go out on a mission. I think the rest of them are pretty self-explanatory, and I'm not really sure what else people are eager to change. There is clan size. If you want to change that, here's where you can change your individual clan size if you don't like the default of 4. But they do a really good job at showing you descriptions for everything as you scroll through these and you're looking. But if you have any questions, let me know down there in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer them as I see them. But like I said, they give you descriptions for all of these and they're pretty self-explanatory, but I think I covered all of the big ones there. So once again, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Gportal for their continued sponsoring of this channel and always supplying me with absolutely phenomenal servers. They're a great server host. I never have any issues with them. And you know, if I did, I would tell you, but I do not. So if you want to check them out, like I said, please use my link down below. It helps me, it helps you, helps everybody. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully you found this video helpful and informational. If you did, consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. And if you're looking for some more V Rising content, you can find a link to another one of my videos on the screen right now. I want to give a special thank you to all of my channel supporters. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.